Good Monday evening, South Carolina Weather Watchers. I'm the host for South Carolina Weather, Justin Peterson, and let's talk about the weather for your Monday evening going into the rest of your week for the future. Looking at the radar right now, we don't really have much going on unless if you're over here near Conway, South Carolina, and Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We have storms moving through the Conway, Loris, and Myrtle Beach regions right now, bringing around 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts right now. Gusty winds can knock down tree limbs and blow around unsecured objects. Includes places like Conway, Charlotte, Horry, Tabor City, Loris, Bethel, Johnsonville, Hemingway, Hickory Grove, Homewood, Freeland, Horry, Georgetown Technical College, Conway campus, and all of these other places as well. And that goes pretty much all the way down towards Hemingway and Johnsonville and all the way up into North Carolina. And you can see the high res reflectivity, and you can see pretty clearly that it does have some pretty high winds in there. I'm gonna move it 2 miles per hour though, because I don't like to do that per second. But yeah, definitely 30, 40 mile per hour wind gusts in there right now. And same thing with in front of the storm. It has around 30 miles per hour in front of the storm as well. So we'll continue to watch that. We'll see what happens at the end of the stream. But nothing else for the rest of South Carolina. We move our way up towards the MRMS, and let's talk about the entire United States. We do have some weather going on pretty much throughout all the United States. Up here inside the Northeast, we do have some rain and even some flooding going on up there inside the Northeast. Have some storms just off the coast of North Carolina. Some storms finally leaving up there in Conway. And over here inside of Florida, northern Florida, we do have some storms up there with some downpours as well as over here inside of Louisiana and Mississippi. The Rockies are seeing their action as well as the western central United States and the Four Corners region as well as California seeing some rain. The Northwest is looking pretty well. Have some severe weather up there in Canada and over here inside of eastern North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota with some rain also over here and some as well as some severe weather going on over here inside of Wisconsin as well. So let's move on and talk about our cloud cover. So cloud cover right now, just that cloud cover up there near Myrtle Beach. But I mean, again, it's nothing really that, it's nothing that's gonna last a long time. It's gonna be out of there as soon as those storms move out of your region. Here's kind of just like the future. We push this forward. You can see that more, kind of like some more clouds may form after, but they'll be probably out of our hair and not too, and like not, they're not going to be in our hair for too long. As you can see, as we get into like tomorrow, close to tomorrow afternoon, the entire state could be clear. So we'll continue to watch and watch that for tomorrow. I'll update you guys on that tomorrow morning. Here's our temperatures: 86 in Columbia, 82 in Charleston, 82 in Savannah, 82 in Myrtle Beach, 80 in Greenville, 82 in Anderson, 80 in Rock Hill, 79 in Loris, and 82 in Bennettsville. Here's our low temperatures for tonight: around 74 in Columbia, 78 in Charleston, 79 in Hilton Head Island, 75 in Myrtle Beach, 74 in Georgetown, 70 in Greenville, 69 in Spartanburg, 78 in Anderson, and 69 in Rock Hill. Here's our forecasted precipitation for the next 24 hours or so. Around maybe a quarter of an inch to a half an inch. That goes all the way from Dorchester all the way up into Berkeley counties for the next 24 or so hours. So this goes all the way into tomorrow, even though I don't really think we have too much of a rain threat for tomorrow. And I really think that this was really talking about if those showers and storms popped up going into tomorrow. So honestly, I'd really only focus up there in the Horry County regions near like Conway and Myrtle Beach where we have those storms moving through there now. But moving on, here's our SPC outlook. You can see that, again, we're still under that marginal risk for today. It's probably going to shrink now. But as we go into tomorrow, we're under a TST for tomorrow with some thunderstorms being possible, again, near Aiken, all the way over into, again, Myrtle Beach, down there near Charleston, Beaufort, up there Florence, Columbia as well. And then here's for Wednesday. The entire state could see some thunderstorms on Wednesday, so we'll continue to watch out for that one as well. In terms of excessive rainfall, nothing for today, nothing for tomorrow, nothing for Wednesday, as well as Thursday and Friday. So we're good in terms of those, in terms of that. And then here is our tropical outlook right here. You can see that we do have that yellow spot down there. I told you guys we probably were going to see one after a while. And there it goes. So we do have just a little disturbance. It says a western moving tropical wave located a couple of 100 miles east-southeast of the Windward Islands is producing disorganized showers and thunderstorms. Environmental conditions appear conducive for slow development once the wave reaches the western Caribbean late this week. So maybe some development possible going into the next 7 days. Only a 20% chance right now, but that can obviously change as we get into the future. Let's go and talk about, well, in terms of the future in general. Let's go and look at the models real quick. Let's look at tomorrow, the rest of tonight and tomorrow, and a little bit of Wednesday. We'll see what that shows as well in terms of rain. And we'll see if I was right about the rain. So we're going to go to the 18Z. So this was last updated around 3 o'clock. But as we go into 9 o'clock, this is what was supposed to be happening. This is what was forecasted to happen. But obviously this did not happen at all. But continuing to push this forward, the showers and storms are supposed to leave us at around 4 o'clock in the morning. I mean, that's still a possibility that some showers could still pop up, I guess, later tonight because of the extra cloud cover that's coming. But I mean, as I was saying, as we get into tomorrow, potential for some showers and storms to kick up again going into around 4 or 5 o'clock p.m. And according to the ARRR, earlier today, around 3 o'clock, it thinks that some very, I say some hailers, maybe even some damaging winds out there, gusty winds possibly around there in the evening time near the Florence-Darlington region at around 7 o'clock. 8 o'clock, and then moves its way down south, and it leaves. So, completely different forecast than what it was like, I'd say, a couple of days ago, to where this day, it was really not showing rain at all. There was really no rain supposed to be for Monday either. Both of those days are supposed to be nice days for pretty much everybody, but obviously that did not happen. So, that's for the ARRR. Now, let's go on and talk about the future for the next couple of days all the way past July the 4th. Move down to the southeast, and they do not have the 18Z up, so we're going to be looking at the 12Z today. Last update here at 12 o'clock. Move my screen over here, and then as we push this forward, let me get my pen out. As we push this forward again, on the 25th, there goes some more showers and storms popping up, and then on the 26th, more showers and storms may pop up on that day too. Same thing with the 27th and the 28th as well. And then as we move on and continue through, again, just isolated showers and isolated storms going through the 29th and the 30th. July the 1st as well may bring a widespread rain impact on July the 1st. We'll continue to watch that and see what happens. The 2nd as well could also be pretty widespread. Same thing with the 3rd, maybe. And then July the 4th is looking like to be a pretty nice morning. Probably a nice afternoon as well, but it's when you get to like the late evening hours and like the early like 2 a.m. hours on July the 5th when you could possibly see some rain. But again, we're a bit too far out to talk about exact timing. We just do have that chance, I think, during the late hours. As we move into the 5th, nothing really for like going into like the 6th. The 7th here, we potentially have some more thunderstorms again, and then the same thing with the 8th. The 9th and the 10th, but those are a bit too far out to talk about. So we're still in that kind of in that pattern where there's still going to be like a bunch of precipitation that falls, mainly inside of kind of like in a confined space, and I can show you all that right now because if you look, there's still a big chunk of South Carolina that has not seen rain. And honestly, I kind of like draw it like this. If you're familiar with like a high pressure, you know how the high pressure brings in that nice weather and the low pressure brings in that unsettled weather. This side of South Carolina especially has been receiving rain. But you have the high pressure up here. This is not actually what's happening, but just to describe what's going on, we have like a high pressure up here. Just imagine there was a high pressure up there, and we have nice sunshiny weather, but it also is really hot. People are needing rain up here, especially in Colombia. I think today somebody said it's now been around 2 weeks since they've gotten a drop of rain, so they need the rain bad up there, inside of the Midlands and upstate. But if you're inside the Low Country and PD region, you're probably doing fine. Uh, Scattered showers and storms have been going past for like the past couple of days because of that low pressure that was going towards Georgia, and then it kind of moved its way up out of North Carolina. And then now we just had a cold front, a mini, kind of like a not a strong cold front, but it kind of like a decent cold front that's going through now. Not really gonna drop the temperatures too much, but it might not do anything at all because it's gonna be still pretty hot out there. But let's go and talk to the chat. So let's show it up, and here it is. Good evening, Miss Anthony, to you as well. My cousin says, "Good evening, weatherman. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. I hope you stay cool, but you are the one, you, the weatherman, you know about all kinds of weather. He was the good work. Keep up the good work. Love you. Be blessed, Cheryl. Thank you so much for that message. Yeah, I try to keep up in terms of heat as well, seeing what's to wear for the day. I do kind of like a bit of a fun fact, but I go on. Y'all know the social media platform Snapchat, I'm gonna assume. So for where I live, I have a bunch of friends that obviously where I am. Um, and I put them on a weather story. And one day, I think it was a Sunday, I was on my way to church, I think, and I made the weather story. I just posted a weather update, and then everyone says, and then like a couple of weeks later, everyone's like, "Oh, well, like we just saw you started doing that. Like that's awesome. Like you're really helping us out." And I continue to do it, and it's grown more and more. And I have people coming to me now saying, I pick my outfit just off of your forecast. They pick their outfit based off of my forecast. So that's a really great thing that they can rely on. That they don't have to look at like their weather app. They can just go on. Their they can just well, I mean, same thing with going on like the weather app. But I mean, like same thing with like instead of having to go to your weather app to where they can be wrong. I go through like a national blend of all models, and I kind of like put them together, and so it can be as accurate as possible, and it usually is. So that's just a fun fact. But my other cousin says, "Good evening, Joseph. Man, it's good to be back. I miss you, bud. I was wondering where you've been. I've been talking about San Antonio for a lot. If you watch the like recordings back, and if you was just to look at the evening updates that I actually post for like the people that can't make it onto the live, I do still talk about San Antonio if you're here or not. It does not matter. I still talk about San Antonio anyway. So that's that. And let's go and well go talk about San Antonio now if we don't have any more questions at all. Let me move my way over here towards San Antonio. And as we move through, you could have actually a downpour that may try to move in. Could be to your east right now. We'll check that in a second, actually. But I mean, once that's gone, you're not really watching for anything else. So if you were wishing for some rain, it might happen. I mean, I'd say like a good 20% chance, but it's not likely. But yeah, there goes that downpour. It's a bit more smaller, but it's still a downpour up there near Bulverde. I'm going to assume that I said that correct. Bulverde. So let's move on and talk about temperatures now. And you know how it goes with the temperatures already. Takes a little second, but that's because it's giving me the best of the best. So here it is, starting off around, oh, I'm on the 20Z. Hold on. Wait 1 second. I was on the wrong model. All right, now it will actually take a bit of a second to load now. But, okay, starting off though, seems to be around 3 o'clock. Just waiting for this little thing up here. Alright, starting off at around 9 o'clock as we move our way through the nighttime hours. Low temperatures around 77 in San Antonio. Then as you move into tomorrow, high temperatures around 95. And as you go into tomorrow night, low temperatures around 78. And then once you get to around 2 o'clock on your Wednesday, it will be around, seems to be around 94, somewhere around there. Kind of like near 92, 94, somewhere around there. As we move into all the way up here inside of Raleigh, North Carolina. Move my way up here. And let me move it forward. Low temperatures tonight around 70. And as you go into tomorrow, high temperatures around 97. And as you go into tomorrow night, low temperatures around 75. And then around 97 actually on Wednesday at 2 o'clock. So it's still going to be really hot up there. And same thing down there for South Carolina, for Western North Carolina as well. Still have a lot of high temperatures that, again, will be coming in later. And I mean, up here, you can just already see all those bad temperatures, or not bad, but hot temperatures coming through. As we move into the excessive rainfall and the severe weather as well. Let's move on to the day one for today. Seems to be nothing for today for both of y'all. If you go into day 2 for tomorrow, nothing for both of y'all again. And as you go through day 3, nothing for, well, you do have a TSTM up there for Raleigh, so some thunderstorms possible on Wednesday. And that's it in terms of severe weather. In terms of excessive rainfall, nothing for that. Same thing with day 2, same thing for day 3, same thing for day 4, and probably the same thing for day 5. Yes, it is. Also, this thunderstorm all the way up here inside of near Conway has actually kind of decreased, even though we're still seeing some like heavy precipitation with it. I would probably still be watching this. In terms of winds, I mean, you'll still do have some pretty not intense winds, but still noticeable, like up here near Aner, like around 20 to 30 miles per hour still possible up there. And then in terms of hail as well, we'll see if any hail's falling over there as well. Yes, look at this. This was last scanned at 9:14. We could potentially have some actually close to maybe even an inch in diameter hail. I mean, not an inch, a quarter inch in diameter hail possible. Maybe even a $50 size hail possible all the way up here just to the west of Aner. So actually, you might have to be watching out for that because this was last scan at 9:14. And if we go to the radar now, yeah, you can obviously see heavy precipitation spots. So we do have some hail that is probably, according to the radar, there is hail that is dropping, again, west of Aner and north of Johnsonville right now. And also kind of getting close to Conway, around like a half an inch already just in northern Conway now. And, I mean, if you can see the trajectory of these are kind of going towards this direction, kind of going towards like Conway, Red Hill, Forest Brook, Sockettsy, and maybe somewhere along this line over here, Myrtle Beach, Briarcliff Acres as well. Maybe even North Myrtle Beach might have to watch out for if this continues. But we will continue to watch that. In terms of, obviously there's lightning going on with it, as there was just 50-mile-per-hour winds that just went through. But that's that. So make sure that if you are inside the Conway area, make sure that you guys are staying safe out there. And also make sure that you guys are staying indoors. Don't be like taking showers. Don't like obviously like have all the electronics on full blast or anything like that, because we wouldn't want any type of like lightning fires or anybody being struck by lightning in general, if there is lightning in the area at all. Also, probably good thing to remember or to remind you of, but if you can see lightning, you are close enough to be struck by lightning. Same thing if you can hear thunder, you can also be struck by lightning as well. It's not far away at all. So you're going to have to watch that. And that's pretty much all that I have. I just see a chat just says, yes, it's storming now, woke me up. It probably did, especially if it was it like thunder, rain, wind? Like, what was it that woke you up over there? Was it hail or anything like that? Alright, but that's it. So, put the reply inside the chat and I'll read it once you put it in there. But also, everything, alright, so you got wind, hail, rain, okay. Thunder, lightning. But we're gonna go and wrap this up. We have 7 people watching and 7 likes, so hopefully everyone's hit the like button for the stream today. If you're on the video form as well, make sure that you guys are hitting the like button and the share button as well. Right now, last time that I checked, we were at 127. We're now at 128. So, somebody else subscribed, so whoever that was, thank you for that. Let me go ahead and hit the little refresh button on this so we can get it accurate. And I think I got it. So, we're good in terms of that. And I don't have anything else to say. Now we have 9 people in here. So if you guys, again, go on and hit the like button for me, that would be fantastic. But that's all that I have. So, make sure that you guys are staying safe over here near Myrtle Beach. And as well as anywhere else if you get any storms tonight. But that's pretty much all that I have. So everyone have a fantastic rest of your Monday evening. And I will be back tomorrow morning with another forecast update. Everyone have a fantastic rest.